Brent's gonna tell us all about highballing into heaven, which I'm sure we're all interested in. I know I am. Brent is the founder and director of Cedar Block, an arts event planning organization in Milwaukee, which just collaborated with the Milwaukee Art Museum for the 5th time. He just recently wrapped up the best 6 years of his life, during which he was promotions director at, coincidentally, one of our sponsors, WMSC 91.7 FM. And Brent is hoping to top those past 6 years as the newly hired account executive at Full House Media. Let's give it up for Brent Gohde.
Before we start, just a couple of matters of business. I actually grew up next to Catherine's grandma. I was next door to Mrs. Beal growing up. And it's great to see her parents here tonight, so that's one of the great things about Milwaukee. And it's I'm both humbled and terrified to be following her tonight. One more thing, it turns out Ted Kennedy and I wrote the exact same speech. So you probably heard this all last night. So Kate, you want to get this started? We'll just go on with this. This is Sark. He's the bad guy in Tron. He's played by David Warner. He controls the digital world. It's a 1982 film. It's an alternate world where Jeff Bridges was shot with a laser that digitized him, sent him into this, transported him into this different. This all makes sense, I promise. This is Megatron, another Tron. Darn. 1984 line of toys from Hasbro, the Transformers series. He's the leader of the Decepticons, nearing death. He was reformatted as Galvatron by the World Devourer Unicron, you might know. By the way, in honor of Pecha in Japanese, Transformers is known as Fight Super Robot Lifeform Transformers. This is the Orgasmatron from Woody Allen's 1973 film Sleepers. It induces orgasms in the typically impotent and frigid population of 2173. He was accidentally put into a tank of nitrogen oxide and transported. It's also a Motorhead album, but I couldn't work that in. This is my favorite Tron. This is a Forever Tron. Yes. And in the tradition of the other great Trons, he was transported, Dr. Evermore in 1893 was transported, into heaven because lightning comes from God. So if you ride the lightning, you go to God. There's no Metallica references there. Sorry, Tuck. But this is Dr. Evermore, and actually it was built in Highway 12 off of Baraboo in 1983 in the backyard of the Lane's Salvage and Surplus. This is the copper egg that transports you to heaven. The interesting thing about the Forever Tron, everything, it's this giant metal sculpture. It's about 300 tons. Everything serves a purpose. These are the thrusters in the foreground. It looks a little small, but that's fine because the Galvatron is what takes all the water out of your body so that you're able to fit in the egg, transport off to heaven. There's a tear room where the Queen of England and Prince of Wales can watch it all happen. There's a Tycho telescope, also known as the Doubting Thomas telescope, as memorialized in If I Had a Hi-Fi song, Milwaukee's own. There's the Apollo space mission decontamination chambers and Thomas Edison's dynamos, all involved. There's satellite pieces that play a role in the myth that Tom Every has worked out. This particular bird band is inspired by a Civil War reenactment band that Tom liked. They play Nearer, My God, to Thee when you're shooting off into heaven, by the way. Just wanted to show you that the details of one of the birds, Tom actually doesn't alter any of the pieces when he puts them together. He just fits them all together. It's his way, he told me once, of saying that everything is created perfectly. And so he just fits them all together and makes these amazing, expressive creatures. This is the Egginton. It's another satellite piece. It's named after where the Forever Tron is purported to have been built in England. It's Tom's ancestor ancestral home. You can see Sir Edward Every. It was built in 1980. He's got the 1881 in there. This is another little satellite bit. These little critters are all identical again with just non-altered parts that are all fit together. I count like 50 or 60. They're all coming out of the woods and coming at you. There's an eagle's head in the background. There's an overkill. And there's the overkill. That's my friend Haven. She just moved to San Francisco. I really miss her. The overkill was actually, you see these cannons, but the overkill was actually built in the 1991 Gulf War. You saw the smart bombs going down these shafts with cameras. And there's actually a couple of those little bug critters down here. And it was his way of showing just how horrible that was, that these bombs were coming down on these people. He says that boring people are bored here, and this is just some of the supplies he hasn't even used. I think there should be a band called Fiskars 13, so if we could start a band called Fiskars 13 tonight. But the whole site is just littered with this stuff. We have to point out this is Eleanor Every over to the right. I'm way behind here. Wow. And Eleanor is his once wife. She's a saint. She runs all the business. She's an amazing person. This is an artist named Jan Elfman. She's from Minneapolis. She's holding one of the sculptures. You can actually go out there and purchase some of the small sculptures that Tom makes. This is their office. It's the Tommy Bartlett's World Abandoned Bus. And Holly, who's here tonight, she was the first person to take me out here. And we sat in 2 hours, for 2 hours, talking to Tom and Eleanor. And he berated me for asking him. We went in November, and I'm like, so do you take the winters off? And oh my God, he laid into me. Because why would you take a single day off? Because every day is special. Every sculpture has a name. And he signs it with that little T down there, and naming has always been important to what he does. Nothing's planned, he just does it all off the top of his head. Again, this is another example, another picture I took. Just the expression, the personality he can get out of this rusted metal that he's accumulated. He says he has the disease of all, that he has to collect everything. And there's never enough, and there's never enough of everything. He has to own all of it, but there's weeds growing everywhere. And again, this is just a little bit of his whimsy that he can't help himself, that he has to, this is just a railing for holding up a little rope around the Forevertron, but he has to make it into a little guy. One of the things he says is, rather than imposing one's will on something that's already been created, you leave it alone and just add a piece. This is me on a segue, which I hate. But Dr. Evermore is actually in failing health. He's not doing so well these days. He had a stroke in 2004 and hip replacement surgery in 2005, which is about when this happened. His son bought a Segway for him to help him get around. But it's my favorite place on the planet, and yeah, I just can't encourage you to go enough. It's open every Thursday through Monday. They're closed Tuesdays and Wednesdays. It's about a 2.5-hour drive, but gas is cheap these days, so you can make the trip anytime you want. It's free. There's a donation at the door. Dr. Evermore is turning 70 on September 20th. So, wow, that's surprising. But just want to let you know, there's actually a book that came out recently that I just closed my notes on. But just to let you know that I bought it at Schwartz Bookshop on Downer. It's called The Mythic Obsession. It's called The World of Dr. Evermore. It's by a man named Tom Kupch. And I called the Schwartz on Downer, and sure enough, they had it in stock. So I would encourage you to check it out. It's Dr. Evermore loves the book, and it's really a special little souvenir, and he'll be signing copies of that book on September 20th. I have nothing really to say other than I love this place a lot, and thanks, John, for letting me talk about it.